So a couple of days ago on Twitter, a guy tweeted out the top 10 sneakers, best-selling sneakers of 2017. So obviously being a guy that's into sneakers, I looked at the list and I wanted to see how many of those sneakers did I actually own or did I buy last year. Looking at the list, it looks like I bought 6 of the 10, but there were 4 that I had not bought, that I had not bought. Yeah, the 4 that I had not bought, one being the number 1 shoe. So of course I was like, yo, I've got to get the number 1 shoe, got to do an unboxing here on the channel. And so I've been looking for that shoe. And lo and behold, it's not the easiest shoe to find. So I went to a couple of stores today to try and find the shoe. The top selling shoe is actually a Nike shoe. The best selling shoe of 2017 is a Nike shoe. And I'm going to unbox it in just a second, but I wanted to find the shoe because I don't have it. And they didn't have it at Nike The Grove and they didn't have it at Nike Santa Monica. There's even an outlet here and they didn't have it there either. Basically, I've been searching all day for that shoe. I think I finally found a place and it's not the sort of sneaker place that you expect. In fact, I'm willing to wager that you have probably never even shopped for a shoe in this place or thought about shopping for shoes in this place. So with that said, let's go get the shoes so we can do an unboxing. So I stopped here on the way to the store to get the shoes because of the sunset and I was like, oh, let's get a really cool sunset. But then I realized it's not close enough to sunset quite yet. And so it's gonna take a really long time. So I'm not gonna shoot the sunset, but I'll probably leave this in the vlog anyway. The thing about the store that we're about to go to is it's just not the average store that you would go to when it comes to buying sneakers. So I don't think they're gonna let me bring my camera in here because that's just super weird. So I have the iPhone 10, so we're gonna switch to the 10. I always feel so weird vlogging on the cell phone, but that's just how we're gonna have to do it. So the store we're going to is Kohl's. And I know what you're thinking, how often do you go into Kohl's to find sneakers? Yeah, same thought here, but apparently they have the best-selling Nike sneaker. As I said earlier, I looked for this shoe in a bunch of different places, but they did not have it. But they actually have it here. I found them and they're only $65. Maybe that's the reason why they're the best-selling shoe. Goal has been achieved. All right, let's be real. That's the first time I bought a pair of shoes from Kohl's. So now let's go do an unboxing. This one's gonna be good. So a couple things about this list. First, the list isn't actually from the brands, it's from an industry company that takes analytics and determines those numbers that way. So while I can't say that it's 100% accurate, I would say it's pretty close to 90%. And that actually brings us to the shoe that I'm getting ready to unbox. This shoe looks really comfortable, but I'll talk about more about that in the unboxing. But I just thought it was really interesting that it was all the colorways of the shoe and not just one particular shoe. Oh, one thing I can tell you, there's no Yeezy and no Off-Whites on the top 10 list, which actually kind of makes sense because they were so limited. Hey guys, what's poppin'? Jacques Slade here, back with the unboxing now. We did the whole vlog, we went to go pick them up. We did all the talking, but now it's actually time to get into the box and see what these look like, see what these are. And you know what? I honestly have a feeling that a few of you out there will actually pick these up. I did a little research on the shoe before I started the unboxing because I wanted to get more information on the shoe because I didn't know a lot about it. And what I've come to find out is that a lot of people love this shoe, which actually makes sense considering that it's the top selling shoe for Nike in 2017. But before we get in here, before we unbag fully, before we see what's in the box, let's talk about the top 10 best-selling shoes from last year. Number 10 was the Air Jordan 6. Number 9 was the Air Jordan 11. Got to pull my phone out here because I don't remember all of them. Number 8 is the Adidas Tubular Shadow. That's the second Adidas shoe that's on the list.
Number 7 was the Jordan 13, which I did not expect, but they did do a lot of stuff with the 13 last year, so that makes sense. Number 6 was the Jordan 4. They did a couple of different versions of the Jordan 4 last year. Obviously, the Cause versions of the Air Jordan 4 were the bigger releases for the Jordan 4 last year. Number 5 was the Nike Revolution 3. Again, a shoe, I have no idea what that shoe is, but look it up. Nike Revolution 3, that was number 5. Number 4 was the Adidas Superstar, which we've talked about. Number 3 was the Nike Air Huarache. Now, they did a bunch of different versions of the Huarache, so I wonder if all the different versions, like the Utility and the Ultra and all that stuff, were all gathered in to make the Huarache number 3. Number 2 was the Chuck Taylor All-Star 2, which is always a popular shoe. I have 3 or 4 pairs of those, and I buy a pair whenever I kind of see a pair on sale or something like that, because I always kind of want to have a pair in my stash. And then number 1 is this shoe right here. So without further ado, let's hop into it. As you've already seen, the shoe was $65, and it is this shoe right here, the Nike Tangen. Not the Nike Air Tangen, the Nike Tangen. So let's take these out of the box and honestly get a really good look at them and really break them down and see what it is about this shoe that people really like. First, let's start with the upper. It's a mesh upper with like these diamond cutouts, so the shoe is very well ventilated. And for what I've been able to read about this shoe, a lot of people actually work out and train in this shoe as well as wear this shoe casually. And I think the charm, I would say, of this sneaker is that it's very, very simple. This shoe came out in 2015. It was Nike's kind of new effort after the Roshi Run buzz kind of died out. This was the next step in that evolution, and it's called the Nike Tangen, and the name is actually Japanese, which actually means simplicity. You saw a little bit of buzz about these on the sneaker blogs early on when they first started popping up. Usually when Nike first does silhouettes, they do some kind of cool things with some materials and they style it up a little bit. But obviously now that time has passed and it's kind of fallen out of the sneakerhead circle and gone more into the mainstream America, that they've kind of simplified it, the style of the shoe, and just made it simple, which is what people really like. So these come in this gray colorway. There's also a black colorway I've seen them in. I've seen them in white as well, and I believe there's a navy colorway as well. And those 4 colorways are the basis of this shoe. Even right now, looking these up on Nike.com, a lot of the sizes are actually sold out, which is just amazing to me, because as a sneaker guy, I think of certain sneakers in a certain way, but this goes to show you that all the hype stuff that we all pay attention to may not necessarily be the best selling stuff. Yeah, it may resell for this amount, or it may get a lot of hype, but when it comes down to the shoes that sell the most, it's something like this that really pushes the sales meter for Nike. So these have foam on the outsole. As you can see, they're super bendable, super flexible. I imagine you could run in these. I don't know how durable this outsole is. There is literally no rubber on this outsole at all. It's completely made of foam, similar to like the React, where I told you I have the React where the top portion of the shoe has rubber and then the heel has rubber, but this just has no rubber at all. They don't say what kind of foam this is, but I imagine it's just some basic foam that Nike uses. Style-wise, I can see how people can rock this from both like a super stylish person and a person that just wants a pair of Nike shoes to wear. I think this definitely goes both ways, especially if you could get some of the other colorways, some of the special editions of this shoe. And for, again, at only $65, it makes sense. I can see parents, the parents of the sneakerhead that wants the Jordans, that wants all the fancy, expensive Nike sportswear shoes, wants the foam posits and all of that stuff, the LeBrons, the Kobes and all that. The parents come through rocking these because they're like, I'm not spending $150 on a pair of shoes. I'll buy these $65 shoes that are gonna get me from A to B. They're comfortable and I won't have any complaints about them. And they're lightweight and they're breathable, so I'm not sweating. I can work out, I can go running in these, I can do the treadmill, I can do my yoga. I can do any of those things while wearing these, and you can go ahead and stunt in your LeBron 15s, or you go ahead and stunt in your Kobe's or your KD's. But for me, it's these. And I think that's actually very, very dope. It's something that as sneakerheads, we don't usually think about. We don't think outside of our circle. So I just wanted to give you guys just a quick look at these. This is literally the best selling Nike shoe of 2017. The Nike Tangen, no air, no zoom, just foam, a mesh upper, and a very nicely padded heel and tongue to keep you locked in. I can see people wearing these like to the beach with no socks. Like this is a no sock shoe that you wear when you go to the beach, or you just go out chilling with your boys and you just want to wear something light and comfortable. This is the shoe you wear. You don't have to wear something hype. You can go ahead and rock something like this for $65 from Kohl's. Change the game. That's dope. Anyway, I just thought this was cool. I just wanted to show it to you guys, and hope you guys enjoy the big giant Nike swoosh on the Tangen, or the Simplicity. I'm Jacques Slade. As always, guys, I appreciate you. Hope you enjoyed this journey, that you went on this journey with me. Big shout out to NPD Group. They're the ones that provided the analytics that gave us the top 10 shoes of 2017, top 10 selling shoes of 2017. With that being said, why don't you guys go ahead down low and put your top 10 shoes of 2017, regardless of selling, what you just thought was the best shoes. And I want to know if anybody has a Tangen in their list. I doubt it. All right, guys, I'll see you soon. Peace.